When they end their sentences, it always kind of goes up like a question.
Like, hello, like.
And then you have to like, this is the target market.
Yeah, hi.
Try to hit me. You try to hit me with your cock. Hit me.
안녕하세요. 저는 미국에서 온 차은입니다. 반갑습니다.
안녕하세요. 저는 프레스캇입니다. 미국에서 왔어요.
안녕하세요. 저는 미국에서 온 리드원이라고 합니다.
안녕하세요. 제 이름은 제이원입니다. 그리고 저는 미국 사람입니다.
Okay, so today we're going to talk about American accent.
Oh, the American accent.
So many.
I'm very familiar.
Which state are you from?
North Carolina.
I was raised in Maine, but my family and I moved to Washington like 9 years ago, 10 years ago. So.
I'm from Boston. I'm from the suburbs. I like to think we don't have an accent.
No, everywhere has accent.
What? I feel like in the
Boston
suburbs.
has accent, no?
Yeah, but I can't even do a Boston accent. Mark Wahlberg,
Yeah.
Southie. Pop the car on Harvard Yacht. Don't put that in the video.
Ohio too.
There's a lot, I think, but there's like kind of 4 main ones.
East Coast, West Coast has variation, North, South. I would say like those 4 zones, but there's still like variation in those.
100%. If I meet a Korean who would study in California, they'll kind of like
Yo,
kind of
dude,
talk like
that's
this,
rad.
dude, like a little bit more
Like,
vague.
oh my god.
And when they end their sentences, it always kind of goes up like a question.
Yeah.
I just think of white girl.
Yeah,
When
there's
I
like
think
the
of
white
that.
Valley Girl accent, which I slightly kind of have.
Valley Girl.
Valley Girl is the
accent.
only thing that comes to mind.
All they say is like, hello, like.
And then you have to like, and everything kind of like with a question, like you don't really know.
Like my father is like rich and like he just bought me like these shoes and like
Like
his
I don't have to
purse.
know, but like these are Louboutins, so like like my dad, he like could probably buy that.
Yeah, exactly.
If they're studied on the East Coast or like from like the Northwest, they sound educated.
Right? It's like because in the past, like the southern part was more agriculture and northern part was more developed, so they think like northern part it sounds like smarter, I guess. But then the southern accent more sweet and endearing, so a lot of people will be like, oh, like I like southern accent because it sounds like
They got that southern charm.
yeah, southern charm.
I would say like in the north, it's more blunt, like to the point, whereas in the south, they kind of sometimes will drag their words and
Stretch.
they slow, they stretch their words.
Stretch the words out, yeah. Like New York. New York, they can like, if you go to the Bronx, they have an accent. Queens, they have
Yeah,
like an
accent.
accent.
Take it away, Ron.
Like, stop it, I can't do it.
But you know what? I think the northern accent sounds more educated, like northeastern, northwestern, because it's just so flat and level and direct.
Yeah, it's so direct and just flat. But you have the same thing in Korea, right? You have like the Seoul in like Gyeonggi-do dialect, and then you have like Jeollado, and then you have like Busan, all the different. It's strange to me because Korea is like small country.
It's way older than the U.S. though.
True. Yeah,
Oh.
but so much satori. I was like super surprised.
So we're doing northern first?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm from New York. I'm from Southside Jamaica, Queens, New York.
They're always beeping.
Always beeping, always a lot of hand gestures. Hey, I'm walking here.
I'm walking here.
I'm walking here. Hey, what are you
Walking
doing? Tie your
here.
shoes. Come on.
Did you hit my car? Who hit my car? I need to know who hit my car. I'm gonna report you to the police. You try to hit me? You try to hit me with your car? Hit me. Hit me.
I guess I can do New
You're
York.
from New York. You're from New York.
Yes.
I like Chicago because I lived near Chicago, and they're like known
They
for
have an
having.
accent.
Yeah, they're like very
Bears.
strong and very direct. Like, hey, I'm walking over here, and I'm just like, I love this. I love this directness, and it's like it sounds mean, but it's not.
Y'all don't have that
I
in the
love that.
Midwest? I
What
feel
do
like
you mean?
Boston and New York is super direct.
Boston,
Like, get
New
the
York,
fuck out of my
Chicago,
way.
like big cities, they're very direct, and I kind of like it.
So like southern accent, like Tennessee.
Like, I'm from North Carolina. My name's Javon.
Howdy,
Born
y'all.
and raised. She might be from Texas because she said howdy.
Howdy, y'all. Like,
What kind of images do you get?
Texas,
Horses.
horses, cowboys, like out on the
Howdy.
range. Everything's bigger in Texas. The bigger the hair, the closer to God.
yeah. That's a Texas
that's the
accent.
thing,
There
yeah.
you go. Okay.
A big white 10-gallon hat, an oil man, if you will. He does everything big, drives a Toyota truck.
Yo.
Say something else.
What do you want me to say? Sweet pea?
Stop calling me sweet pea.
Like sugar plum?
They're known as being very proud of being like a Texan. Everything's bigger and better in Texas, kind of.
I've heard that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's like
strong
all
accent.
I just really like listening to my country music, playing my guitar, singing about my dog. Like, I don't know.
Smoking my cigar.
My
Tennessee, we're very proud people.
Have you ever been to Tennessee?
No.
The biggest, I guess, word of the South that's different from the North is y'all.
Y'all.
Y'all. That's
I
like
use it though.
I don't. It's just like northern part doesn't really use it as much, and southern part uses like y'all and like howdy and different words.
I started using y'all because it's so convenient and it's really disarming. Like imagine this, I'm like, hey, how are you doing? But hey, how are y'all doing? You immediately feel
Because
like
it's a
more
southern charm.
You feel like more safe. It's like I can trust this guy with my credit card. I can trust him with my wallet.
Watch The Hills.
The Hills? Uh-huh.
The Hills, you know them, right?
Mhm. If you want to get a northern, like a representation of kind of like a Jersey accent, Jersey Shore, obviously. Southern accent, Floribama Shore, watch that. Have you seen?
No, I've only seen the Jersey Shore.
Oh, but they're really country, like southern sounding, because they're like Florida and Alabama. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
The Departed is super good for Boston. Mark Wahlberg and Jack Nicholson, and they do like hella good Boston accents.
California movie.
California movies, all movies are made in California.
Yeah, all movies, Hollywood.
According to their age.
I don't even.
Teenagers these days,
They say
the
all
way
kind
they
of
talk,
stuff, yeah.
like you cannot understand.
Like, what's the hats?
Oh my god.
Like, what's going on? Like, what are you doing?
I thought I was a teenager still, but obviously not.
They have
When
their own new lingo now, and it's like, I feel like I'm getting old because I'm like, I can't
Exactly.
keep
Like
up.
when I talk to my little sister or brother, they talk so weird. I'm just like, what does that even mean? Sometimes they'll be like, mom's up or mom's happening, some shit like that. And I'm just like, what are you
Like,
saying?
what
Like,
does that mean?
It has like their own meaning, like, oh, mom's coming, or like, watch out, or some shit
really?
like that.
I'm learning.
Do you know like any of the older slang words?
Older slang words? No. Wait, radical or psychedelic, man.
No, even older than that. I don't know, when I talk to like my grandparents, it's just like super old words and I'm like, oh, wow.
I say lit a lot, honestly.
Yeah, that's
because-
lit. And then people are like,
Yeah.
what's that mean?
But you can use it for anything. Like, I don't even have to speak words. Like, it's like, yo, let's go do something lit. Or how's this? Lit.
Yeah, just
I
really
know,
short
yeah.
phrase.
Super versatile.
You say dope a lot.
Dope.
Yeah, I don't think
younger
dope
than
is
me.
that cool though. I think
Dope's
dope's
been going a little bit longer than lit.
Oh my god. Someone knows that. My lame slang.
The black community, we also have like our own accent sometimes. Like, hey, what's up, yo? Like,
Yeah, and then it starts coming out when you get around a lot of black people. It'll start coming out for sure.
right. Whenever I hang out with like my black friends or Somali friends, I start acting up like
You
this.
get
and
more loud and more expressive. If something's funny, you might run around, clap, stomp, whatever.
Move around, move your body
Yeah.
a lot.
White people can't really use the same words because then you're just like cultural
Super racist.
appropriation and racist.
Yeah,
so.
you can't say it. But actually, African American people have their own like dialect, I would say.
A little bit.
It's completely
It's like shorter.
It's different from like it's like the same as like British English. Because they make grammatical changes.
Yeah, they do, yeah.
There's like I was watching a video of African American TikToker, and he's like, "Who dat be? Who dat be?"
Yeah, like
Who-
short. I like that.
But it's always specific. It's always the same. So it's a dialect in
yeah.
of itself.
Yeah.
Just out of curiosity, like African Americans grew up together with the white people as well. Like they're born and raised there. But how do they have different accents?
I would say family, who your friend group is. Like, I grew up like going to multicultural schools and like had a lot of white friends, which is why I think I don't really have an accent. But then like my brother and like other friends who have a lot of black friends, its own dialect. If you're bouncing between the two, you just kind of don't have.
I moved to Washington, and you know, I started meeting a lot of black people, and I had a lot of Somali friends, and that's when shit started popping. You feel me?
Yeah,
Like
no.
I became like this, and
I completely get that. 'cause-
Do you just like naturally pick it up from the community?
yeah.
I heard this sentence. Can I get a pumpkin spice latte?
Pumpkin
Oh,
latte?
PSL?
PSL,
That's a cultural
like
phenomenon.
super, that's like white girl.
White girl.
Hi. But it's usually in the fall, it's not like year round.
It's typically white girls. Like, this is the target market.
Yeah, hi.
She grabs it on her
Like,
way to
oh my god, I gotta
hot
get my
yoga.
PSL today. Yes, hot yoga.
After she ate her guacamole toast.
Yeah, sure.
I think it was good. I hope that we gave some insight to everybody with our brilliant accents that we did today.
I hope that I did not offend anybody, and if I did not mean to. I am so sorry.
I'm so sorry. Yeah. And not all New Yorkers and New Jersey people are angry.
Don't hit me with your car.
There's like so many different dialects between cultures and between states, East Coast, West Coast, North, South. But within those, it's just like so different. So it's kind of hard for us to speak for the whole country.
I nailed the southern accent.
Did he?
So, enjoy that.
Bye.
Adios, y'all.
Adios. What is that?
And then
Yeah,
like
we
when
don't shake hands, we just,
you dap up. Yeah.
Oh, can you show us?
Yeah. Like,
you know, what's that?
what's up? Yeah.
Oh, so cool.